See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey everybody, this is Jackie Bros.
Folks, this is Dunlap. People, it's podcast time.
Yeah,
You ready for it, Jackie?
I just gonna sit here and talk like I normally do, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
Listen, people, if you have been affected by Hurricane Irma, our heart goes out to you.
Awful, yeah.
I mean, so what?
What?
If our heart goes out to you.
Well, it's you.
Like if I lost my house, if I was sitting in a damn watery parking lot where I used to live, and somebody said, "Oh, my heart goes out to you," I'd say, "Come here and say that, you motherfucker."
Hey, watch your mouth.
But I
you
guess
would
that's
be that way, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Well, they're doing something tonight like nobody cares what you and I say, and
That's true.
That's first off, but they're doing something on TV where a bunch of movie stars, you know.
Who gives a shit about them?
Well,
too?
they raise money. It's a difference.
If I
have a
lost my
telethon.
house, I'd be mad about that. Like, who gives a fuck, George Clooney?
Watch your mouth.
You
No,
dumb son of a...
they're raising money. It's a telethon or something.
Listen,
They lending their time. If somebody thinks people give them money everywhere they go.
do not give money, I said this before, to a place that wastes it on expensive water machines. You got to go to the corporate headquarters of every charity and you say, "I'm here to check this shit out."
Hey,
And legally, the guards have to let you up in that elevator. And you go in there and you say, "Okay, where y'all drink water?" You just barge in there. You go, "Oh, here's another one," is what they say. Where'd you drink water? If they get water delivered, you say, "Why don't you get some water out of the fucking sink?"
hey.
Unlike people in Florida can, because there's gator shit and stuff
All right.
washed up in there. That's money that could be going to help somebody. You are sorry.
Hey, you don't need to hear it
And
with
then
the
take your
language. Yeah.
shoes off and run them hairy toes of yours through that carpet. If it's ratty and you step on a nail, like a carpet nail, you're like, "Fuck,
Hey,
this carpet's old as shit. Good job." Shake their hands. "Here, I'll give you a check." But if that carpet is plush and soft on your little toes, and you're like, "Oh, this feels good. It's like a goddamn foot massage."
all right, I don't need
Say,
the
"Well,
mouth when you.
Thanks for letting me wipe my fucking feet
Hey,
on
I'm
your
not gonna sit there and
expensive-ass
listen to it.
carpet, but you ain't getting one red cent of mine, you fancy water drinking,
Watch it.
plush
Watch it.
carpet walking on motherfuckers."
Hey! Tired of hearing it.
You got to go find somebody. When you say, "Who's that hobo?" "Oh, he runs the charity." "Well, give him this. I got $2 here. I won't give it to Florida."
Well, whatever they're doing on TV, I agree with you on that. I'm sure. What kind of water you reckon George Clooney drinks?
I think he owns a mountain in Italy,
All of it comes from man.
and
yeah.
it filters through some sort of extinct moss. And then his wife swishes it around in her smart woman mouth
What?
and dribbles it into
All right.
a glass chalice.
He probably
And he
drinks
does the same for her.
fancy water, is what I'm saying. All them movie stars, you know, that drink fancy water.
What kind of water you reckon damn old Montgomery Gentry, rest in peace,
Yeah.
he drunk? Gentry.
Just probably right out of the tap if he's
Right,
thirsty.
probably right out of the tap.
Used to be you turn on the hose, drink out of that too, remember?
What kind of water you reckon old Sea of Heartache drunk? What kind of water you reckon living on Tulsa time drunk?
Yeah.
What kind of water you reckon he drunk?
Old Don Well, he'd probably drank, you know, decent water, but it, you know, didn't cost him an arm and
What
leg.
if
I
he
guarantee you
actually
that.
was like the fanciest water? What if Don...
No, don't. Now, man's passed on. Don't get on here and say he's a fancy
Well,
water
never
drinker.
meet your heroes.
I don't know what kind of water he had. I mean, good songwriting water is what it is. Song singing water, everything. Yeah, he was a good one. I like him. Lord, I hope this day is good. I like that song a lot.
So, Florida, we're with you. Fire states, God help you. Damn it. Texas, shit. What the fuck,
Hey,
man?
all right. You just don't need to hear it
This
over
is
and over
messed
again.
up. And let me tell you something. Folks, don't just walk around saying, oh, it's a shame about Florida. Listen what my grandma did. Granny said she got on one of them message boards for Harlequin romance readers she does. She said, anybody in Florida coming up this way, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, I got a basement. I open it up to you. You come in here.
Bless your heart.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
I live in the basement, though, so there was a problem in that she did not clear that shit with me.
She don't have to. It's her house. You live there, but it's her damn house. She do whatever she wants with it.
Well,
She lets you sleep there.
well, not now.
Well-
She said there's some Florida people coming.
Well,
She
those
said, you
people-
got to clear out, or you
Well,
can
it-
sleep on top of the dryer. I said, well, I'll sleep on top of the dryer then. I'll show you.
You're lucky she let you do that.
Listen,
Some people ain't got that. And a lot of people ain't got that right now. So enjoy that dryer. Sit up there and get you some shut eye, 'cause that's
well, let me tell you, I'm leaving my light on way past a considerate time
Well,
for these Florida motherfuckers who I
all
cannot
right.
stand.
They've been through enough, and he gonna say that.
They
Good.
have, and it's petty of me. I recognize that.
It
but
is.
I've been run out of my grandmother's basement where I live. People are not good.
Well,
I don't think I'm any worse than anybody else.
Well-
You get run out of your house, so that some Florida people can live there, escaping a storm. You're going to feel good for a second, like, oh, I'm helping. And then, like, later you're going to be like, where the fuck's my bed?
all right.
How
I'm
many kids you
tired of
got?
Just
How about running them kids through the shower before you let them waller in my bed? Filthy.
what?
I know these are not feelings you're supposed to have. I know it. I never claimed to be a saint. Like my granny giving up my bed.
Bless her heart. Yeah.
Bless
good
her
woman.
heart.
Good woman.
Really
right there.
good.
Yeah, she is.
Really good woman.
I know she is. That's why she helping people out. She able to.
You ever slept on dryer?
Me, I ain't ever slept on dry. No.
Feel like fucking Snoopy.
Oh, just don't want to hear it. At least you know it'll be warm. A lot of people ain't got, like I said, a lot of people.
Well,
ain't
the
got
heating
nowhere to
element
sleep.
went out in it, so we kind of just let stuff spin till it's dry. We gotta
Well,
get
that's
that
just a bunch of noise. I don't do
heating
nothing,
element
yeah.
fixed.
Well,
It is a lot of noise, but I need that white noise to help me sleep because you got a bunch of snoring Florida mother.
All right,
Listen, Florida,
I
we are
don't
with
wanna-
you. We stand with Florida. I'm just saying there's somebody in my space. In my space.
well, they need to be in somebody's space, and thank you, your grandma's heart
Yeah,
for
bless
letting
her heart.
Well, yeah, you know, you need to get over yourself, as I say. Quit worrying about that. Be thankful for what you got.
Oh, it's an awful world, Jackie.
Well, I ain't gonna argue that. I don't think it got nothing to do with who's staying in your grandma's basement. That ain't got a thing to do with it.
Maybe I should.
It's an awful world because they have to be there. It's people like your grandma gives people a little bit of hope every
the
now and then.
hurricane is bad. That's worse than somebody sleeping in my bed.
Well, yeah, it is. Of course it is. Think of it that's why they're there.
But it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Well, sometimes, you know, the hardest thing is being a good person and doing the right thing. Sometimes that's the most difficult thing. That's the reason you don't have a whole lot of people that are that way.
It is hard. It is
Because they
difficult.
don't, they the hell with that.
I pretty much give up on it. I was forced into this situation,
When
just
did
so you understand.
You never even try. I never saw you raise a pinky to try to do something decent for anybody.
I helped
But
that
yeah.
dog.
What dog?
That dog I stole out of them. Let's just leave it alone.
All right. You one brought it up. I didn't, you know.
I was gonna sell it, and then I got a bad vibe. Cause that's one of them dogs. You know them dogs that are really expensive.
foo-foo dogs, what I call them. They're all fancy looking. That ain't a dog to me. If a dog looks like an idiot riding in a truck cab, then I don't want it.
Well, some dogs don't fit in trucks.
Big ones would fit in the back, you know.
But little foo-foo dogs don't go in trucks.
No, they don't go in trucks. They'll fall right out the window. I wouldn't have one. It'd be like, you know, chasing your hat down the street or something in the wind. I don't want a little dog like that.
I had it all planned out. I made up signs that said, shit, coyote alert. So they'd think a coyote got their dog. And then I got that dog out of the yard and I was going to sell it to this man. Turned out I just got a bad vibe from him. You ever look at somebody and say, this, there's something wrong here?
Yeah, I do that every day.
Like somebody who...
right around this time.
Somebody who going to buy a dog off of you, you probably know it's stolen. I mean, that probably should tip me off right there. But over the phone, but then when you see him in person, you know what I mean? And the ear's weird. They got a little weird elf tip on it.
I don't know why anybody pay for a dog. If dogs need a home, just like, you know, in a shelter, you know, they need a home, and you gonna pay somebody money for a dog? You know, you got to pay some money to get a dog out, but that money's going to help the other dogs in there. So,
well, I met this man in a hotel room by the airport in Nashville. He said his name was Britt.
What?
I was pleased to meet you, Britt. And he's like, oh, well. He looked at the dog up and down and said, oh, well, here's another one.
Another one?
I said, what are you talking about? He said, oh, so I can't wait to get this deal done. You just need to sign here. He had paperwork, but most of the pages were blank, except for the last one with just a picture of him, and I was supposed to sign on his forehead.
What?
And I said, hey, Britt, can you give me a second? Can I go to the bathroom? He said, oh, of course. You going to leave the dog here? I said, I gotta take a dog to the bathroom with me. And then you never know. You ever deal with somebody you get a bad vibe from? You're like, well, this person is crazy. And then you do something, and you can tell that the crazy person is looking at you like you're the crazy one. That's what I got from him. Britt was like, what have I got myself into?
If people are meeting down by the airport with little dogs and money, then both of them is crazy.
I can only imagine what I almost did to that dog.
Why?
But luckily, me and the dog snuck out the bathroom window. Left Britt, for all I know, that son of a bitch still in there.
What happened to the little, I don't remember the little foo-foo dog.
I just threw it back in the yard.
Oh, well, good. That's where it's his home.
So I helped that dog, and you say I never done nothing good.
You made it miserable for the day. How did you help it?
Me and that dog were best friends.
You jerked a dog out of the yard from where it lives and went riding around up to by the airport in Nashville, and then you almost leave it in a room with a crazy person and then decide to take it back. No, you just traumatized the damn dog. You didn't help it.
No, listen.
You should have never taken a dog that wasn't yours.
Me and Sugar Donut had a wonderful day.
Sugar Donut.
That's what I called him.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I almost left Sugar Donut with Britt. And sometimes, every once in a while, I go back to Sugar Donut's yard and feed it tuna through the fence. I know Sugar Donut likes tuna because when I went to Subway and I had Sugar Donut with me, I got me a foot-long tuna, and Sugar Donut started licking on the other end of it. And I was like, oh.
Dog like any kind of fast food you get. It don't matter. That dog's going to eat it.
I'm going to say if I hadn't needed the money, the writing was on the wall right then that Sugar Donut was probably going to go home with me or back to its yard. And then I met Britt, and that sealed the deal.
Well, you should have took him back to the yard, but if you took back to you, that'd be your grandma would have to give you permission there.
She ain't my boss.
Well, she got more sense than that, too. She'd take one look at the little foo-foo dog and you with it. She'd know. She'd be, where the hell that dog come? She'd know better. Your grandma a pretty clever woman. For her age up there, she's smart, spry woman. So, yeah, she wouldn't tolerate that.
Now, she does word finds all the time.
Oh, yeah, she always sitting in the chair, yeah. She does those circle with it. Yeah, she good.
She got a trip coming up to Tunica, and I hope these Florida people are out of the house by then because I got plans,
Well,
party plans.
hopefully they'll have a situation where they got someplace to go. But if not, I'm sure your grandma will keep them there. So,
Well,
hoping
hope they
that
like the party.
hoping that they're gone because they got a place to go or something. Yeah, that's. I hope that they get settled somehow, some situation, whatever, insurance helps, whatever it is. But just wanting them out so you sleep back on the bed instead of the dryer, that ain't helping nobody, and it sure as hell didn't help that dog. Well, I got a good sponsor on this one. I tell you what, this is something special here. This is taking Murfreesboro by storm. We were talking about this yesterday. You remember the last thing that took Murfreesboro by storm was that, cocktail bologna, flipping and flopping the cocktail bologna. You remember
that was a big. Oh man, nobody.
It went out right
Well,
down the drain.
that's how things go these days.
I know it's here for a minute. It's gone.
Used to they'd be a pet rock and that'd last for a year or so, or
Yep.
CB radio.
Yep.
Now something fidget spinner. If you got a fidget spinner, you might as well throw that in a goddamn river. 'Cause
What
that
is
ain't
it?
worth 2 fucking cents.
Watch your mouth. I don't know what it is. Fidgets. Well, this is the cocktail bologna went. You just nobody. After you see so many women flip it and flop it, and after you get about, I'd say Tom Cruise Kenny is worth maybe 2 pictures, depending on what he's wearing. Other than that, you don't need 3 pictures of Tom Cruise Kenny.
If you're a new listener, Cocktail Bologna was a restaurant here in Murfreesboro.
Like that Tom Cruise movie, Cocktail
Cocktail.
Flip Flop. When they fry the bologna, flip it and flop it up in the air and spin it around,
Tom
catch it in the
Cruise
pan.
Kenny, he's a local Murfreesboro Tom Cruise impersonator who
Now he didn't cook; he just there for show. But yeah, he used to
later
open.
took on some management responsibilities.
Well, that was
I'd
because
say.
of the situation. But he not no more. He ain't around. He'd back opening up banks or whatever, going to birthday parties or however. He does a thing where he goes to children's birthday parties, where a little airplane around him, zooms around all that. But
Who's he supposed to be?
he's Tom Cruise.
No, in the plane.
That Tom Cruise airplane movie flying around. I don't know what it is. He's a.
Sully,
Is that it?
I guess.
He's in
He
the
got a
war.
mustache?
Flying. I don't remember whether he have a mustache or not. He don't have a mustache in too many things that I can recall. I don't remember him.
Dracula?
Oh, yes, right. Dracula had a
Does he have
mustache.
a
That's Tom
fancy
Cruise.
mustache?
No, he just had fancy clothes. I saw a few minutes of that. I had to turn that off.
Why didn't you like it?
Just they sit around talking in fancy clothes. I'd back in the day. Bela Lugosi would move his fingers and put somebody in a trance, and what's going to happen. All this. This is supposed to be Dracula. There's 3 different Draculas. One's a little girl Dracula and 2 boy Draculas or men Draculas, dressed up like foo-foos. What I say, like a dog, just fancy clothes. Something I wouldn't wear. It looked like old timey clothes. Paul Revere narrator. Stuff like that.
It looked like let's dress up like hippies using only tablecloths and drapes.
Well, I don't know what it was. And they sat around the room and talking to each other. Didn't go out. No bats or nothing. They didn't do nothing. Every now and then, but even that was slow going. I'm gonna bite his neck. They talk about it for 15 minutes. Christopher Lee just come up and bite you. He didn't have nothing to say. I like old Christopher Lee Dracula and old Bela Lugosi Dracula. And what's the other one I like? The old one. Carradine. Carradine.
Those are your favorite Draculas?
Probably those 3, yeah. I'll tell you one I don't like is that Bram Stoker's. No, I don't like it.
So Bram Stoker's Dracula scares you.
It don't scare me. I just don't like it. It just, it just don't.
You don't like it when Bram Stoker comes up, Dracula?
No.
Old man?
No. Don't care for that. I like, old black and white,
So somewhere in the middle. Not scary like Bram Stoker.
right.
And not boring like Interview with Dracula.
The Tom Cruise interview, that's it. That's what's called, Interview with Dracula. I remember it now. And I thought, well, Dracula, usually Dracula makes something fun if you like that kind of spooky old movies. But there wasn't nothing fun about that.
Halloween's coming up. Maybe we need to do our own Interview with Dracula.
If he'd come on there, if there's a Dracula, there's a lot. Who's living this Dracula? I don't know who's Dracula now. I can't remember. There's
When
always
you think Dracula, There needs to be a millennial Dracula.
All of them are dead. The ones I knew. I don't know who Dracula is these days.
We need
Somebody's always Dracula. There's always one, but I ain't kept up in the years. I don't know who it is.
Donald Trump Jr. looks a little bit like him.
Oh, yeah. Looks like, yeah. Give him a teeth. Dracula, though, usually used to be, sometimes be kind of good looking, so he ain't that. Dracula, but women like him, and then they find out he's, whatever. Donald Trump
Too dangerous.
Yeah.
They're attracted to the danger at first.
Right? Well, I don't know. Maybe Halloween, Tom Cruise dress up foo-foo clothes and, argues or something. I don't know. I ain't ever seen him do that. But, he goes to children's party, flies a plane, he goes to pool hall, he'll play pool. He can't play as good as Paul Newman and him in the movie, but he does all right. There's about 2 tricks he knows how to do.
A song, mainly. They play that song.
They play the song, he dance around the pool table is what he does. But he got 2 tricks he can do. He got 2 of them, they work about half the time.
One, hop the ball.
Yeah, hop a ball over the one, yeah.
And the other's like, point, bounce, point.
I can't remember what it is, but it's like, when it works, it's like, oh, yeah.
He fools you. He bounce, and then he points to the thing, and it starts to go there, and it does a little curve, and then he points with his other hand like he didn't know it was going to happen. But I've seen him do that like 10 times.
Well, he back doing that, I guess, because he
It's in the way that you use it.
That's the song, yeah. He dance all around.
I don't know the rest. That's all I know.
No, it's another Tom Cruise Dracula, but he used to dance around to a werewolf song. I can't remember the song. That's what he danced around to. He played a werewolf song.
Oh, Werewolves of London.
That it? It's a werewolf song, but he's not Dracula when he's playing pool.
Shit, that's confusing.
I know it. I'm trying to figure it all out here. Now, he just regular pool playing Tom Cruise when he's by the pool table. Like I said, I ain't never seen him dress up like Dracula, Tom Cruise. I ain't never seen him.
So that's cocktail baloney.
No, just let me finish it. Now, you got me sidetracked talking about old Tom Cruise. But Tom Cruise Kenny he is no longer in the establishment of Pinky Piglet's Market or cocktail baloney, and that's good news for me because that is one less lawsuit that I'm dealing with. Now, he was upset with me because I wasn't dressing up advertising the baloney at the store, and told me I wasn't doing what I was hired to do. I don't remember signing no contract to do that. I was happy to do it, but they made me quit doing it because I looked too much like a character with cabbage, famous cabbage in the Christian Vegetables. Had a new character coming on, Joshua Baloney. And
right, Joshua Baloney.
I didn't know anything about it. How would I know that? I didn't know. So they said, don't do it. And he said, you have to do it. But now I don't have to do it, so hopefully they're going to drop a suit too, because I ain't wearing none of that baloney costume. Tom Cruise's Kenny's gone. Pinky Styron had mentioned cocktail baloney at all. Why would I advertise anything that's not there anymore? So it's gone. It's already out. And let me tell you something else. It's no longer a store at this establishment for now. Now, years later, we'll look into that. We may change it and get it to something, but right now, we got a brand new restaurant in town, and I'm telling you, it's all a restaurant. It used to be a store with a restaurant in it. Now it's all restaurant.
So it's not cocktail baloney.
No, people got.
Are they still hiding down in the bunker from the Antifa?
There's something going on down there, but I don't know. I think there may be something else going on down there now. But I hadn't been over there since they remodeled the place and whatnot. But it's exciting. I found out what it was. Pinky called me, and I hadn't heard from him for a while. And he called me, and he told me the situation with what's going on. And this sounds like a winner to me. It sounds like a plan. And I'm telling you what, this is something else. If you like a good, delicious chicken sandwich, and you like to eat that chicken sandwich on Sunday, on Lord's Day, you want to get your honey down right now to Chicken Church. Chicken Church is the best, most delicious chicken sandwich. They got chicken sandwich deluxe. They got the fries, the waffle fry. They're delicious. They got chicken nuggets. They got a grilled chicken. It's all, get down to Chicken Church And let me tell you when you need to get down there. You need to get down there on Sunday because chicken church, now this is how big this thing is. You better get down. You're going to be waiting in line because they ain't open but one day a week. And that's right, it's Sunday. So get down to chicken church, get you a delicious chicken sandwich, get you some waffle fry, it's good eating.
I think I heard of this place.
Huh?
This is the place where they go to Chick-fil-A on Saturday night.
Huh?
About 9:30 before they close,
Wait
and they're
a
like,
second.
give me 6 of everything.
Well,
And they put that in a cooler, and they take it back, and they get ready to open up at Chicken Church. It's really popular. Is that right? That's what the rumor
I
is?
don't think that's it. That the product is similar, but that's somebody's slacking on that. So if you somebody says you blink your eyes and you miss it, or close your eyes and you're gonna miss. If you got to sleep or got to rest on that day, somebody gonna pick up a ball and run with it. And
when Jesus tells you not to do shit on...
Now, some places need to. I've worked every Sunday. I always worked. Me and the Lord always work that out. People get out of church and come by the store. A store I used to own and get barbecue, get breakfast, whatever. And because people still got to eat on those days. I'm sorry, but they got to eat. And I always felt I was providing a service, and that's what I think Chicken Church is doing too. But get down there Sunday because they ain't open any other day. It closed all the rest of the week.
Right, because they can't go to Chick-fil-A every night.
They don't.
To buy up
now,
there.
that's what you're saying. That's a rumor.
That'd be suspicious.
I don't know if that's the case or
Then
not.
what do they do the rest of the week?
Well, they kill the chickens. That's what,
All week?
You got to have a lot of them. You got to have those chickens ready to go on
Chick-fil-A
Sunday. They
kills
go.
their chickens on Sunday.
I know. That's why they're closed.
On
That's
one
why
day.
They kill a lot of chickens, and they sell a lot that week. But the only place, but there's other places, you can't get no chicken sandwich like Chick-fil-A on Sunday but here. So people are ready to get, as soon as you open them doors, they're waiting. They want to get their chicken sandwich. And they got them. All week long they're killing chickens. Or at least I think that's most of the week they're doing. So they got your chickens ready. I'm not sure. Some of those days I may not, because Pinky Stein, from what I'm on the phone, he's in, what do you call it, rehab. Not for opioids, drugs.
Like squeezing a ball rehab.
That's it. He's in one of those squeezing balls rehab, so he got a lot of time to do that. But, so far, from what I understand, on Sundays, that's the only day they need to be open. They're doing good business. So Chicken Church, get down. You may have seen the commercial on TV. It's running the local commercials here. You've seen that. It's cute. Have you seen
I've seen it where the chickens are being chased by the man with the hatchet.
Yep.
And they say a church. They're like, oh, let's hide in here.
Yeah.
That's right. And they run in the chicken church. And then there's a preacher up there. He says, right this way, fellas. And then
slams the door. Yep. In Chicken Church.
We just hear the sound. You don't see what's happening to them. You just hear the screams.
You know what it is. Sorry, but that's nature right there. It's just how it works, But it's a cute commercial telling the story. It's cute. It's funny. Because you were watching it the other day. I saw you. You were like, what the hell is this?
I didn't even connect it. It was the same restaurant that goes and buys all the Chick-fil-A on Saturday nights.
Now don't say that. We don't know. Nobody knows that. That's not necessarily so. They have a product that's somewhat similar, but it's just like, it's like when you go to Kroger's. You can get this kind and you get Kroger kind, Kroger kind's fine with me. It's going to be cheaper. Now, this ain't cheaper, but it's the only kind they're the only game in town on Sunday as far as chicken sandwiches go. So get on down to Chicken Church. If you do like said other place that, is similar, if you like that and you want it on Sunday and you can't get it because they too busy killing chickens for all week, then you get down to Chicken Church because they got what you're looking for.
I'll tell you, I drove by there the other day and everybody in there was gay.
Well,
that's not bad, or it's just a fact. I was like, oh, there's a Randy and there's
well, gay people like
Carolyn?
to eat. Gay people like to eat chicken as much as anybody else.
I guess so. I guess they were an underserved market.
Well, they they're down at Chicken Church. I know it. You know, everybody is gay, straight, whatever it is. Come on down.
A lot of gay people.
Well,
they just don't have a place where they can go eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich until Chicken Church opened up and they started buying Chick-fil-A on Saturday nights and selling them
that's
on.
not. Don't say that over and
So
over
are you
again.
saying because he's been sick that it takes him a while to kill all the chickens?
Well, I don't know if he I don't think he could do it himself, but he likes to oversee it. You know, he likes to be around when they're doing it, make sure everything's on the up and up. But even that, he can't always be there because he's squeezing the ball. But Chicken Church, delicious. Sunday, if after church, when you get out of church, which you should go to, by the way, you should make sure you get down to church for at least even if it's a short one. The early church I know a lot of people do that early church because they know he gonna
with the lines
when
and
more
stuff.
when more people get in there, he gonna show off more. That's how it works.
Oh, I see.
Because it's gonna be longer. Sermon's gonna be longer than that. But either way, if you like it, if you want him to show off, go to the late. I wouldn't call it late sermon. It's gonna run late, but it's one after. But go to the early sermon, whatever one you go to. Chicken Church gonna be open as soon as it's over. Get down there and get you a good, delicious chicken sandwich. It's good.
I got a church sponsor too, Jackie.
Well, this is a restaurant. It's not. It's got church. It's called church. But
My
it's just,
sponsor's
just
also about
food.
church.
Well, I just said it's a restaurant called church. It ain't a real church. It ain't no such thing as a chicken church. It ain't like frog church. This is a restaurant.
Right, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jackie, if you remember last week, we talked about my new church, Jesus Money.
Oh, that ain't a church. That's not.
Well, it barely is a church now because all the really rich and really good-looking people have been stole right out from under me, and they're going to Heaven Sent.
What?
It's Heaven Sent with a cent sign for a C.
Heaven Sent? What is it, a church?
Yes. Oh, man, they took my angle. They really run with it. They said, yes, God, if you're really somebody that God's got a hankering for, he's going to shoot so much money down on your head,
Right.
You'll be like, ow.
I don't know about that.
So they come in, and you can't go to this church. At my church, I had kind of a starter level where people come in, you dress down because rich people didn't want to be pretentious, and so the poor people. No, not at this church. You show up and you are dressed to the nines. You are ostentatious.
You're supposed to dress up nice when you go to church.
You come in. People have started this thing where they get their wallets out to put all their money in the tithing in the offering plate, and they let some money drop to the floor, and people say, "Oh, you dropped some money." It's happened once. They said, "Hey, Cliff, you dropped some money there, son," and they go, "Oh, it's just $100 bill. It's no big deal." But pure show, right? But it's like speaking in tongues,
Yeah.
showing off. Everybody knows it ain't real, but everybody kind of goes along with it anyway. So the next week, everybody was doing it. It's a new church tradition. People letting money fall out. You make more money vacuuming up the floor after church is done than you do in the tithing plate.
I don't see what the good Lord gets out of a bunch of money falling on the floor.
Jackie, Jesus loves money. And he loves people who loves money.
No.
And he loves
people with money, yes, but he also loves poor people. He loves everybody. Jesus loves everybody. But it says in the Bible over and over again, he extra loves you if you're poor.
Nope. Read Carnations 473. For Jesus loves the wealthy, for they are the ones who have their mind on their brain on the ball.
What?
The early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that.
Have you read Forsoothens 7:19?
What is it?
Every morning, wake up and put your nose to the grindstone, and then give that money to me. Love Jesus.
Jesus don't need that money. He ain't worried about money.
What church are you going to? Some fucking snake fuckers out in the goddamn woods?
No, I'm not going to any church that use language like that. No.
At Heaven Sent, they have really perfected this prosperity gospel shit. if something bad has happened to you, listen, this is how it, I can't even believe the way people used to go to church. Like fucking morons.
Hey.
Stand up. I'm really having a hard time. I lost my job. And people keep me in their prayers. Mama's sick and got to go down to the hospital. And I need somebody to give me a ride because bullshit.
Hey.
If you weren't a sinning ass motherfucker,
All right, enough.
you wouldn't be standing here taking up my prosperity church oxygen with your stupid bullshit.
Just watch your mouth.
If Jesus cared about you, you would not be, your mother wouldn't be in the hospital. That's the truth. She'd go peacefully in her sleep at 106 years old. I don't know what you've been doing. You brought this all on yourselves.
No.
So don't come back here with your sob stories asking for prayers. Come back with money falling out of your wallet,
All right.
an expensive suit. What they do is they've got some fancy cars because we know that everybody can't afford a fancy car. And we don't want people going out to buy a fancy car because we need that money at Heaven Sent. The church at Stowe. I'm working with them behind the scenes. They won't let me come in. But they do let me. I'm a valet.
So your own money church ain't working, so you go
They stole all the rich people.
turn around and pucker up to the other church money place.
Well, I'm a valet. What I do, they rent a few fancy cars, and we just kind of rotate them so that for when people show up on the red carpet, I pretend like here's your Maserati,
Yeah.
Mr. Smith.
Well, they going to church for the wrong reasons if it's to show money off.
Yeah, Jesus says in Carlotta 7:19 verse 3, he says, money is probably the best thing you can have.
No.
And I wish I had pockets in this robe so I could stuff it with dollar bills.
No.
That's what Jesus said.
Well.
It's in the Bible. I can give you all the translations. I can do King James, forsooth, in the damn.
No.
I mean, I can't do the King James because
No.
I'm not in the. But listen, Jackie, this is such a much better church where people don't get down and they don't think about how sad things are and they don't think about all the sinning they've done.
That's what you're supposed to do when you go to church. It's about forgiveness and turn your life over to the Lord. It ain't about how much money is on the floor.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, good.
It's like you're not even a damn Christian.
Oh.
I'd never tell somebody that they're not a Christian, except for all these people who don't go to Heaven Sent.
I ain't going to Heaven Sent, you know.
The pumpkin spice in the
Well,
coffee shop.
I don't
in the
care
rest-
what's in it. If I don't want to go to coffee, if I'm going to church, it don't need to be a coffee shop in the damn church.
You can get a grande pumpkin spice for damn $17
Used
right
to be
now.
you can't have, the only thing you allowed to drink in church was communion grape juice. That was it.
Now, when we do communion at Heaven Sent, I mean, they let me look through the window. As a valet, I get window privileges. But they just pass around a grande pumpkin spice and a kind bar.
Nah.
So, folks, you know what? This is kind of bullshit. I need my own prosperity gospel church. I'm not going to valet somebody. It's fun to drive a Maserati around a church parking lot 30, 40 times. But I see all that money on the floor, and it will be mine. So saith I, the Lord Dunlap. So you just wait, Jackie. Jesus' money will be back on top of this prosperity gospel war. Gang war.
What?
I don't know. That's Heaven Sent. So you know what Twitter is, right?
What is it now?
You know Twitter is a.
Fred Thompson's on there, and I know the idiot president's on there. Yeah, one's
And-
good, one's awful.
And apparently you can like things on Twitter. You can like other people's tweets. You
Well, that's
understand
what,
that?
because you showed me how to do it. I didn't know how. Every time Fred Thompson said something, we'd hit which a little heart thing that goes off. Yeah, I remember the button you push. You like it. You want to let them know you like it. Yeah.
So Ted Cruz,
He's on there too.
was on Twitter, and there was a clip of a porn. Sexual posted a clip of a porn scene.
What is it?
And people saw that Ted Cruz liked it.
Ted Cruz likes porn.
See, there was a man fucking this girl.
All right.
Hold on.
I know what the filth is. You don't
Jackie,
have to say porn. Just call it filth. Call it what it is.
This is a news podcast. We discussed the issues of the day.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to.
There was a boy fucking this girl.
All right, watch the.
And here's where it gets
say this.
hot.
No.
Ted Cruz was jerking off. Apparently. We don't know that. They said it was a staffing issue. Get it? His staff?
What?
Everybody's having fun with this. So, Ted Cruz, who looks like a penis, if you dressed a penis up like it was a conservative dad from the 50s in an 80s music video. You know what I mean? Like Dee Snider'd get mad at him. Ted Cruz, just to be clear, Ted Cruz looks like a penis if you dressed a penis up like a conservative member of 50s society who Dee Snider would yell at in an 80s music video.
I don't know.
It's what Ted Cruz. If you slicked back, if you put a little wig on a fucking dick, a really pale, fleshy, soft dick, and you put a little
shut it. I'm not gonna listen to
wig on it, and you slicked its hair back. That's what Ted Cruz looks like. So Ted Cruz, and so people seen this, Jackie. Are you following me so far? They seen this girl getting fucked.
You could just say you saw the dirty thing on
and
the
then the
computer.
woman was watching him, Jackie, and the woman was like, "Oh, that's hot." And the woman was dressed kind of conservatively, like she just stumbled in. So a lot of people thought, well, this is Ted Cruz getting off on his poor. I almost hate to bring her into this, but I didn't marry him. His poor wife.
Oh.
It's like, well, we're getting a window into what makes Ted Cruz hard. And I mean rock fucking hard.
All right, I'm not going to listen to this language. No, enough. I don't want to hear about it, first off.
So Ted Cruz liked this video where this woman was watching this girl get fucked by this man.
Hey!
And so people thought, oh, it's like a cuckold thing. It's like, oh, this man, he likes to watch his wife. Like he sees himself like probably just fucking.
Enough.
And his wife watching.
I don't want to hear anything about it.
And the woman, people say it looks a little bit, a slight resemblance to his wife. The actress, who I'm going to admit it, I'm not very familiar with Corey Chase. She said, I didn't like that he watched it for free, Corey Chase told the Huffington Post. He pirated that video.
Pirate? What?
He should have paid Reality Kings for a subscription, which I say Reality Kings does need Ted Cruz's money. The clip in question was a 2-minute, 20-second snippet from a scene the 36-year-old filmed a year ago. Corey Chase. For Moms Bang Teens 20.
All right.
Now listen. I always feel a little weird watching porn with teens in the title. I say it's time for this culture to stop sexualizing young children.
Well, yeah.
Stop watching porn. Maybe go out and see a movie. Maybe it. Jackie, I'd also like to say that I'm not sure. Another article on this
I don't want
porn
to
said that the title was called Dick for Two.
All right.
So I don't know if the name of it is Dick for Two.
I don't care what the name of it is. If Ted Cruz, why is he doing it for everyone to look at it? That don't make any sense.
Chase suspects that Cruz may have liked the conservative outfit she wore in the scene. She's in Florida, too, Jackie. You're just saying, have a big heart, help Florida people. She is trending on Twitter because she got Ted Cruz hard. And she doesn't even have access to the electricity or the internet.
Well,
Why can't she
in
be
that,
in
in
my...
that regards? Yes, he should have paid for it. Bless your heart. Yes, he should have. If it, what is it? He steal it? I don't understand how computers work. I don't know first thing about it. I know there's filth all over.
Well, let me explain it to you. The Florida-based porn actress has fond memories of the production, which co-starred Bruce Venture and Avalon Hart.
Yeah, I don't know.
Avalon Hart played my stepdaughter, she says, who stayed home pretending she was sick.
Ah.
Chase explained. I see her having sex with her boyfriend, and of course it turns me on. That's that house where the mom's like, y'all can do, if y'all just stay here, y'all can drink, do whatever you want. That's the party house.
Okay, I don't want to. I know.
Chase said she had no problem getting into character. I always try to get in the situation. There's only been 1 or 2 scenes in an 8-year career that didn't turn me on. I wonder what they don't go into what they were.
I don't want to know what they were. To each his own. I wish people would find a better way to make a living, but I don't want to hear about it. She can work where she wants to, and I don't have to hear about it. And I don't care what Ted Cruz likes and don't likes, whether it's dirty or not. No, none of this matters to me. I don't know why anybody would spend time talking about it.
We should try to interview Corey Chase. She says she's a Republican. Well, she leans conservative, she says. Considers herself a moderate. Chase was unaware that Ted Cruz has argued for the ban of sex toys in Texas, but she isn't surprised. Most politicians are hypocrites, says Corey Chase.
Well, that's true. She's right about that.
Ted Cruz says it was a mistake. It was a staffing issue. Then he joked, said perhaps we should have done something like this during the Indiana primary.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. The news.
Well, in this day and age, I guess if you're running for something you like and feel, it is good as anything else.
I guess it depends on who you are.
Well, it ain't going to help him. Nothing's going to help Ted Cruz, first off. It don't matter what he does, whether he likes or what he don't has. He's still Ted Cruz, so he ain't got... Hopefully, we ain't got to look at him anymore soon. There's another Republican running against him, I think. And then he can sit at home on his Twitter twitters and hit like on whatever it is, dirty or not. I don't care what he does. But I feel sorry for his wife. He gonna be around the house more often.
I'm gonna say "Dick for Two" is a better title.
Just shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know. Mom's Bang Teens 20.
I don't.
Gets it all in, so to speak. Jackie.
What?
Can we concentrate on the issues, please?
What issues? What?
Can we concentrate on... Oh, you know what? Cruz, didn't he get in trouble? He had a porn actress in that commercial of his back during the damn...
Now, see, he did that. I remember that. That was when he was running for way back in as an ad on TV. So, see her right there.
It was a anti-Marco Rubio. So he cannot get away from porn stars. Why does Ted Cruz have all the luck?
Yeah, that don't make a bit of sense to me, but... Didn't help him back in, ain't gonna help him now. Nobody cares. Except to make a dirty joke about it or something. That's about it.
That's true.
Ain't no other reason to talk about it. Yep.
That's 100%.
Yep.
Steve Bannon. Which is grosser? Imagining Ted Cruz sitting there watching Dick for Two.
All right.
Oh, here she comes.
I don't want to hear it.
Can you imagine the sound of Ted Cruz masturbating?
No.
Can you imagine that sound?
Shut your mouth.
The vocal.
I don't
slap,
want it. No,
the
nothing.
squish.
I just shut it. No one wants to hear that.
Is that grosser than Steve Bannon just in general?
Well,
Would you rather watch a 60 Minutes interview with Steve Bannon or Ted Cruz masturbate?
I don't want to look at either one, but I already saw some of the Bannon on there 60 Minutes. There's people, listen to this. This is the reason I don't understand the computer, because things like this is what happens. People was out there saying that CNN conspired against him, it wasn't CNN, it's CBS this time. It was a media, it don't matter who the hell it is. They said they purposely fix the camera just right to make Steve Bannon look awful. Does that mean every camera man in the world is doing the same thing? The White House photographer? Are they trying to do that? Because I ain't never seen a picture where that man look halfway decent ever. And, you know, it ain't his fault. Well, it's his fault for not combing his hair and having food on his shirt, things like that. You know, you should have
Which shirt?
I don't know which shirt. But what it just, he, you know, have a little self-respect. But, I mean, it ain't his fault. He can't help. Well, no, if you treat yourself, you know, if you try to treat yourself, which I don't know nothing about. I used to smoke cigarettes all the time.
Have you ever woke up drunk, had so much sauce on you, but you didn't have time to shower before you had to be somewhere? So you put on 3, 4, 5 different shirts to soak up that sauce before it gets to the outer layer?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it's something like that.
Well, it wasn't me, but I seen people do that. Yeah, that's what, yeah, you could tell, yeah.
So he gave this interview. What's funny is how cool Steve Bannon thinks he is. He thinks he's really. Let me also say, this White House full of people who think they're fucking Fonzie.
All right, don't use the language, but yeah, everybody thinks it. Yeah.
Steve Bannon is talking about his damn combat. I'm standing there with my combat jacket. I haven't shaved. Got hair down to here. They're looking at me like I'm like, who is this motherfucker? What a tough, what a badass. Like, who does he think he is?
Nobody thought that. If anybody didn't know who he was, it'd be who let this guy in here. He don't look right. Nobody thought that's cool. They were concerned that there was, a crazy
I'm a street
person.
fighter.
What? A what?
I'm a street fighter. Street fighter. I'm a Catholic, but I bash Catholics. I'm Steve Bannon. My eyelid just fell off. He does look like in It when the kids are saying things they're scared of that have skin falling off of them, and also their drunk parents. If you combine that into one thing, what Steve Bannon looks like. And also just cool, man. Just cool. Just standing there with all his shirts. Just so fucking cool.
Hey.
Sad thing. Let's talk about what's sad about this interview. He did really help to get Donald Trump elected president. It's sad. He talked, if this is true, I don't know if this is true, that they were all sitting around the table when Billy Bush weekend happened, which is a fun new way to describe that time in our lives. Billy Bush weekend. That sounds terrible no matter what it is about. I mean, in this case, it was about the president bragging about just fucking sex crimes. Not admitting, just saying it's cool that I can get away with them is what he was saying.
Right.
Billy Bush weekend. But if Billy Bush weekend was just like, I spent the weekend with Billy Bush, that's also not a good weekend.
Well, he's supposed to be coming back. Somebody going to give him a chance for a new show. Don't call it that.
That's too much time because you're like, oh, fuck, what is that? 2 days, 3 days? If you're like an hour with Billy Bush, you're like, okay, there's boundaries. I know when I'm in. I know when I'm out. Billy Bush weekend's like, when's that start? Thursday night? Fuck, no.
Hey.
I can't. I tell you what, you go on ahead. I'll say I got a job interview or something. I'll meet y'all there late Saturday afternoon. So Billy Bush weekend, I don't know if this is true, but Bannon's like, I told him to double down on that shit. Locker room talk. It's locker room talk, Charlie Rose. Charlie Rose like, how do you interview Steve Bannon? It's hard to get secrets.
And I ain't trying to take up for
from
Steve.
The ooze.
I ain't trying to take up for Steve Bannon at all. But when that camera switched back over to Charlie Rose, he don't look too good either. That's all I want to say there. But that don't.
But in comparison, if there was a conspiracy
if
theory,
I didn't have but one person to look at, I'd pick Charlie Rose every time. But still,
when it switched back to Charlie Rose a couple times, I was like, who's this handsome motherfucker?
Hey, he looked rough to me.
So supposedly Reince Priebus like, you can drop out. Oh, you can drop out now. And see, I told them, Mr. President, look me in the eye. Whichever one is still in my head. And you do not. You go out there and you say, women beware. And it kind of worked. Here's what's sad. If he really said that, if he didn't, he's kind of right. It mattered to a bunch of people, to a lot of women. It really fucked us up.
Hey.
But a lot of people were like, yeah. Was it just that he was already so bad, he didn't get any worse? It's not like people thought he was good, and then that happened. People already thought he was a piece of trash, but they were just going to vote for him anyway.
He just went from that to being a racist to something the next way. It's just everything. It doesn't matter. What he does something worse the next few days, and you forget that one. I mean, people right now are talking about all sorts of stuff, but, and fortunately, some of them are still bringing up, oh, yeah, by the way, he won't denounce Nazis. Now, today in Congress, they all got together, and they unanimously, pat them on the back. Ain't they something? Ain't Congress something? They unanimously disavowed, had neo-Nazis in the Klan of Bannon. They all come together, said it. All got together. Bless their hearts. Bless every one of their sweethearts. But you know what? Nowadays, you do have to thank people for that. Used to be a time where like, well, I don't like them either. What the hell? But nowadays, you got to think, well, good for you. But he just does something awful the next week, and it just moves on.
I told Chris Christie the plane leaves at 11 o'clock in the morning. If you're on the plane, you're on the team. He didn't make the plane. Had 7 people outside trying to squeeze him through the door, but he didn't make the plane. They made jokes like that, though. I'm just going to say. None of these people are physically fit, but they all made fat jokes about Chris Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Like me.
Well, yeah, he's big. That's why he look like a little boy, like full size, too small outfit, little boy outfit on him, big fat man.
But now we're gonna do this as distant memories. But let's just do it now. Let's just talk about it.
What, distant memories?
Yeah, distant memories. So now Trump is working with the fucking Democrats.
Hey.
It's like he's just trolling you. How can I make Jackie hate me more, says Donald Trump. Maybe if I kiss Nancy Pelosi's ass.
Nothing. I thought there'd be nothing he could do lower than I've seen him do, but he proved me wrong every day.
Now, is this smart Democrats taking advantage of a mercurial, fucking insane president making hay while he's like kissing their ass, or ass hay, or are they just awful people who also like to have their ass kissed? Are they just Chuck Schumer and him like fucking broing out New York style in there?
They're all awful.
Nancy Pelosi, this I think is she could have said, there's nothing as intimate, I don't think, with Donald Trump as saying, I asked him to tweet something for me.
That's just, yeah.
That is like, if you want to make Trump's people hate him, then say that Nancy Pelosi asked him to tweet something.
Keep it up, Nancy.
That is, if you're a sexist, it's emasculating. If you just hate Nancy Pelosi, it's like it's like he instead of his fat fucking stabby flesh bags, it's Nancy Pelosi's withered old crone hands. Nobody looks good in this scenario.
No, everybody looks terrible. They all look terrible all the time. He's doing this because he's mad at the other ones.
Do you blame him? No.
No, hell no. Well, who do you think he gets along with better? I mean, as far as, first off, trying to talk to Trump is the worst thing I can possibly imagine. But what do you think it's like when him and McConnell are trying to have a conversation? What is it talk? What transpires there between those two minds?
Yeah, nothing. If you're from New York, you yell at sewer grates all day. So it's not that big of a stretch that you're going to have to talk to a crazy person who's in charge of you.
Yeah.
You're yelling all the time for no reason. At awnings.
Well, there's Schumer in
manhole covers.
Schumer and them two get together. Businessmen, all, yeah, like you're saying. Yeah.
But Mitch McConnell, I don't know what did he do before he become whatever the hell he is now?
He been that for so long. Hell, I don't know.
Something with a horse or bourbon.
Must have been one of the two or both.
I don't imagine him out in a field with a hoe. Maybe. I don't know. So now Trump has new people to kiss his ass, so this will go on for a day or two.
Yeah, it ain't going to. Everybody's going to lose in this scenario. Let me tell you right now. The good thing about it is at least the money's going to go to some Texas. There'll be some money going where if the Republicans got to, going back and forth on this, hopefully they would have figured out sooner. But that's about the only thing good come out of this I can think of is those people will get the money's there now.
Weather.
Damn.
People mad at the weather. People don't believe the weather and culture is like this storm ain't shit or whatever she said.
Rush Limbaugh said that they making it up. Now I've looked at the weatherman, looked outside my window every now and then and said, well, he's full of it, but I don't know,
People don't believe anything anymore. We've always hated as a nation people telling us what to do, but now you can't tell nobody nothing. Maybe is there too much information now that everything's on your fucking phone?
Hey.
Why do people get mad at the weather? I believe whoever is president in 2020 could just run against the weather. They could just play clips of damn Al Roker, and then they could show the candidate come on and go, bullshit.
Hey.
They could just show actual news clips of hurricanes and destruction and tornadoes and damn flooding and damn icebergs cracking apart and the damn hail and the damn fucking earthquakes.
Hey.
And then they show the candidate go, what a load of malarkey. Yeah, right. Hurricane Andrews continues on his path of destruction and death across the Caribbean this week. Record scratch. Yeah, right. Kiss my ass. Who's he talking to? Nobody knows. He's got my vote.
Finally, somebody stood up to weather. Somebody told weather where to stick it.
Speaking of telling people where to stick it,
all right.
Hillary Clinton got a book out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, called What Happened?
She got to do something, I reckon.
I wouldn't. Listen, we've had our differences with Hillary Clinton in the past.
Oh, yeah.
But I would be taking I would sign up for every $1 million speech in front of every Wall Street chicken lunch, and I'd give them about 10 minutes, and then I'd take that $1 million and I'd get on a yacht, and I would tan my Hillary Clinton body up to Thanksgiving turkey.
All right.
And I would be margarita drunk, and I would have an affair with Jimmy Buffett. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Hey.
I would drive drunk if I were Hillary Clinton. I would. I'm not saying people should drive drunk, but I'm saying Hillary Clinton should. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I mean, she could get pulled over. If I were Hillary Clinton, I would Charlie Sheen.
Might as well.
Just relax and enjoy it. But I feel like she's still enjoying. People got mad, Jackie. People, I don't know who could write a book that this many people would hate other than Hillary Clinton.
Well, she has something about her. She's just able to do that. No matter what she does, whatever that woman does is gonna rile people up. Now, some of it I understand. This particular situation, how dare her? They all do that. They run for president. They either win or they don't. Either way, they both write a book.
I feel like Trump feels like he has to make more people mad with his book. His book should just be called Your Fault.
Yeah. People love that. People can't wait to buy that one.
A lot of campaign books coming out now. Hillary Clinton's makes people the maddest. People get really mad at Hillary Clinton's book. People do not want her talking now.
Bernie people do not like that woman saying a word. They get mad at that. They get hot. Don't you
Bernie
dare.
people's supposed to be peace and love and smoking dope. Is that right? I don't know.
Hell, I don't know.
He loved everybody except Hillary Clinton.
It's awful. They worse her than some Trump people are.
They hate. There are Bernie people who like Bernie, and there are Bernie people who hate Hillary. And Hillary hating Bernie people are really insufferable. Listen, the Bernie liking people are bad enough, but the people who hate Hillary and they're Bernie people, Jesus Christ.
They as mad as any Trump people, just mad as hell. Everybody's mad as hell, first off. No matter what side you're on, you're mad as hell. Trump people enjoying it a little bit more, laughing.
One of them, either Hillary or Trump, should have got him to be their vice president. Because I think what Bernie Sanders does right now is just make people mad. So he would have made either the Democrats or the Republicans real mad. That would have been pretty funny. Should we just get Hillary Clinton's book and read it out loud, Jackie, on our next podcast?
I don't want to, unless it's something, where she's running somebody down or,
well, that's
backbiting or something like that. That's kind of fun. When politicians speak ill of other politicians, I always enjoy it because they're usually right, even though they're just as bad as whoever they're talking about. But I ain't going, if she going to sit there and write about going to college or whatever the hell, I don't,
Y'all just leave a few copies of that book out in the store. See how mad people get.
Oh, hell, people turn around and walk out of here. How dare that be in here? People, somebody spit on the floor. Pivot around out the door.
Well, people hate her. Maybe we'll get it.
West Russia had a lot to do with it. Now, there's plenty of reasons to not like Hillary Clinton. Let me make that perfectly clear. But if you already don't like her, Russia did a lot of it. They put out as much stuff to like the Bernie people about her that they did the Trump people. So they're saying they're buying up. What was it? What's on? Not Twitter's what they buy up on. They bought a bunch of all that on the computer.
Facebook.
Well, one of them. They know who's reading what, who likes to see what it to say. People want to click on something, like you said, whether it's a porno or not. That's what people like to do. Is they won't see something like, the hell with her. Let me hit that button.
Listen, Steve Bannon, people have made fun of Steve Bannon. People have made fun of his shirts and his face and how cool he thinks he is and how terrible he looks. A lot of that. And the fact that this man is awful and give us an awful racist president, and he was very, very responsible for Donald Trump clicking with the awful people who voted for him. More people are mad at Hillary Clinton. He was on TV saying this to poor Charlie Rose. And Hillary Clinton, more people mad at her for writing a book, and nobody even reads. They were taking this stuff out. It was like, made it seem like she was, supposedly, it's not all about her feeling sorry for herself, which a lot of the early quotes seem to be. A lot of this is supposed to be an honest appraisal. It's supposed to be funny, kind of cynical. But it's probably just more bullshit.
Yeah.
Populism.
Well, it seems like they'd love it if all she did was cry and feel sorry for herself. They'd be able to make fun of her for years and years on that. They'd enjoy that.
People hate her.
I know it.
She's so ambitious, Jackie. She is so ambitious.
I'll be honest. I was a Hillary Clinton hater for years and years and years, but the equivalency to that to what is actually in the White House is something I don't understand. All of my hating, is directed. I ain't got no more room for hating anybody else. I don't like Bernie. I don't like Hillary. I don't like either one of these. But they save a lot of room to yell at this woman who ain't president and can't make laws, whether that's good or bad. And this man is just sitting in the White House and doing the damn things that he's doing. And they enjoy more going after this, woman who ain't nothing now, I don't guess. What is she? Nothing. A book writer, I guess.
She said she ain't never going to run for nothing. That probably made people mad, too. Hey, listen, Hillary Clinton, I'm not saying that there's no reason to hate Hillary Clinton or that you're sexist if you hate Hillary Clinton. But I'm saying Hillary Clinton gives a lot of sexist cover to be mad at a woman because they can say, oh, but it's just Hillary Clinton.
She's different than everybody else.
But I'm not saying you have to like Hillary Clinton or that Bernie Sanders is an unelectable buffoon or that Donald Trump is your fault. All I'm saying is Hillary Clinton has a new book out.
And Donald Trump is sitting in the White House. You figure out where to direct your outrage there.
Tweeting. I wonder if he saw that porn. Show me what? Ted Cruz. What's he called? Lying Ted.
Lying Ted.
Show me what Lying Ted. Okay, give me a second.
All right, I don't want to hear about this. I don't want. If I don't like Ted, only thing makes it worse. Ted Cruz looking at it is Trump looking at it with him. I don't. None of it. I don't want to hear it.
How could I will be surprised if he does not say something about this. If it made it to Fox and Friends, Trump will say something about this or Joe's scoreboard because Trump really enjoys humiliating Ted Cruz. And also, if I were president, one relatable thing about Donald Trump is that if I had the power, all the powers of the highest office of the free world, I would also use them to humiliate Ted Cruz. We need to see if we can talk to this woman.
About what?
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye,
That was a pretty good podcast, I think.
What's the difference between this and another one? What I don't understand is it's just whatever's happening in the news, I guess.
Let's
It's
see
it's just what you talk about, but it's just
what's
sit
on
here.
CBNnews.com.
What is it?
CBNnews.com, the Christian perspective. It's always good for a laugh. Let's see. Oh, damn. Death, destruction, darkness. Irma leaves some in Florida living like savages.
Ain't nothing funny about that. It's awful.
Supreme Court justices side with Trump for now on travel ban.
Oh, yeah, they gonna let him keep some people out, yeah.
Trump backs Texas churches suing FEMA for disaster relief funds. Florida's reporter video notebook flooding down trees and power lines. Damn.
Are any mosques or synagogues that kept a bunch of people in, are they suing FEMA? I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's good or bad or whatever. I'm just curious. Is there anything about that?
Did you know faith-based groups are the tip of the spear in hurricane recovery?
What?
The power of prayer in times of disaster. What kind of difference does it make? It'd be funny if I clicked on this and it just said none. But it doesn't. It's a long article. Well, it's depressing. CBN News didn't give me nothing this week.
They didn't have anything to say about Ted Cruz and all that.
No, they don't even mention Ted Cruz's porn. God, go back to Christian website school. Worst school ever.